Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am so glad you guys are here. Sorry, I've got like a light sitting off to the corner. Not a professional YouTuber, not a professional makeup artist, but I do have an opinion, as we all do. I also have a level of affair with eyeshadow palettes. So my thought was, for today's video, I've got 6 of the Colourpop Mega eyeshadow palettes, and I thought I would kind of go through and do sort of a ranking, or maybe a telling you what I think that they're best for. Kind of give you my thoughts on how I would use them, what I like about them, maybe what I don't like about them, and maybe that'll be beneficial to you guys. So if you guys are new here, thank you so much for stopping by. Please click that subscribe button and give it a thumbs up if you're interested. I mean, if you're feeling generous, that would make me super happy. Those of you that are repeat visitors, I love and appreciate you guys so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please leave me a comment down below what you guys want to see in terms of content. If you like this style of video, ranking type videos, or you prefer the applications, let me know one way or the other. I am starting a new series. I don't know if it'll go up before this, but once a month I'm going to do a vlog, travel vlog type, which was originally one of my original plans for this channel, but with COVID, there wasn't a whole lot of work travel, so I'm gonna bring that back to you guys and kind of share some of my experiences and my thoughts on traveling as a lady of a certain age, as a solo female traveler, work travel, that kind of stuff. There's been some interest, so I'm excited to bring you guys on that journey. But let's get into today's ranking video. I don't normally do ranking videos because it's overwhelming to me. I'm like, do I have enough of a reason to have an opinion? I think I've been doing this long enough now, 2 years with this channel, that I think I've developed enough of a thought into what I love and what I think you guys might like. If you're a lady of a certain age, or if you're just getting in with makeup, or if you're a makeup pro and you're looking to expand your collection. I don't know why you would be here if you were a makeup pro, but thank you anyway. A lot of us we're just makeup obsessed. So let me take a quick look here. Okay, I'm gonna start with the colorful ones. The ones that have a lot of variety. And the first one I'm going to show you is the Kathleen Lights X Colourpop So Jaded collaboration. This is what the palette looks like. And this is a fantastic palette in my opinion. Where I've used this palette the most is when I have traveled for vacation, because I feel like I can get a variety of colorful, tropical, fun looks. She's named all these after stones, like quartzes and crystals and semi-precious stones. And I think that helps, and there's so much variety in here. This shade right here in the center, this kind of grungy green, is actually one of my favorites. It's got like it's like a mustardy green, gold. I absolutely love it. I think you get some daytime, almost work appropriate, fun, makeup, no makeup kind of stuff, but then you've got these gorgeous jewel tones. And this is a really special palette. There are I believe two pressed glitters in here. The rest, you've got mattes and shimmers combination, some sequin shades, a metallic, this, I don't even know what color she's calling this, peridot. This shade right here is such a gorgeous, like acid green. Love it, love it, love it. This is actually a great palette. Here's the con about the palette. It's discontinued. So that's frustrating to me because it is such a beautiful palette. It was probably one of my first of the Mega Colourpop palettes that I picked up. I love Kathleen Light's channel. Please go subscribe and follow her. I have to give credit where credit is due. We wouldn't even have this palette if it wasn't for her. But this is an unexpectedly delightful palette. If you can find one of these somewhere, by all means get it, because it's classic now. I think it's beautiful. So I'm gonna put that down kind of at number 6 on my list. Only because it's discontinued. Otherwise, I think it's fantastic. I think it's a little bit along the lines of this one that I think it's the most recent of the Mega Pans. It's called It's a Mood. And there are some kind of similar vibes. I guess I can show you guys here what the palette looks like. There you go. There's a little bit more of a better view of the palette. It's very well laid out in the sense that you've got your green row, you've got your blue row, your purple row, your warm, a little bit more of a purpley kind of cool tone, and then another kind of grungier green row. I say that, there's like one green in it, but for whatever reason my eye gets drawn to it. So if you liked the concept of the So Jaded, I think this is the number 2 along the lines of the So Jaded. I think this gives you a really nice variety. It doesn't have quite as many, I mean, it's got 2 rows of cool tone that I think can give you somewhat of a cool tone work look if you're looking for that. But I think that if you're going to try to use this for work, it's going to give you the warm looks. But this is a really fun one to travel again with vacation. The problem with these, as far as traveling with vacation, is they're just a cardboard case with a magnetic closure, and that makes it a little bit challenging to travel with. But I would put this, as far as my colorful ones, I would say it's only just above the So Jaded, just because it's the newer release. Now, somewhere sandwiched in the middle, I would put this palette here, which is called the It's All Gold palette. And despite the fact that it's all gold, according to its name, it only has like 3 or 4 like gold colors in here. This to me is a fuchsia palette, because that's where my eye goes towards, right here in the center with all these fuchsias. You do have kind of a row of sort of more purpley colors. You've got all these fuchsias. If you get rid of those 2 rows, okay, I guess I get gold. It's just not as gold as the other gold palette that they did, the little 9-pan. I think that they mixed 2 palettes together to come up with this. It does still have a pressed glitter, which again is not my favorite. But I think that this type of palette is probably more of a summer palette with the fuchsias. That's kind of what I feel. I guess you could probably do it, maybe start using it around Valentine's Day with some of the purples. I do feel like you've got some neutral colors that you can wear for work. But for me, the real showstopper are these fuchsias in here. I hope I cleaned off my finger enough before I started swatching that. I think my husband just got home, which he told me was like 20 minutes, so not really sure. But they're gorgeous colors. They're super pigmented. I would maybe put that, I gotta be honest, if it were just Color Story alone, I would put that the number 3 of my colorful palettes, which would be number 6 in the ranking list. But because it's So Jaded, I gotta put So Jaded at the end. It's discontinued. Darn you, Colourpop, for discontinuing such a fantastic palette. You can bring that back. It'd be all right. I don't think Kathleen is controversial. I mean, I don't think she's Cuban, super pretty, has her own, I don't know what their contract is. I don't know enough of the business side. I don't work for Colourpop. They don't tell me. I don't personally know Kathleen, but I like the content. She's great. She's been doing this a long time. Okay, so then I'm left with 3 kind of neutrally type palettes. I'm gonna say that my number, so I've got 6 would be It's All Good, just because it's really golden pink. I would put 5 at So Jaded, tie for number 6 just because it discontinued. I would put It's a Mood at number 4. It is a variety, but I don't feel like it gives me quite enough work. Then I'm gonna say that my number 3 is probably gonna be this relatively new one. It's second to the most recent of the larger ones. This is the Your Golden palette. And I've recently done, I think I did 5 looks with it. I was able to put together, and this is having a hard time focusing here. There we go. Was able to put together 2 date night looks and 3 daytime looks. This is a good palette in the sense that if you lean towards the cooler side, you've got a couple cool rows, you've got some warm rows, you've got some neutrals with a very, very slight pop of, you know, 2 kind of bold colors. This apricot color or coral color, and then the teal color. I like those colors, but as far as like a largely neutral palette, it's okay. I think it does get you the versatility with the blue for a date night look. But I'm gonna go in with number 2 as this largely cool tone palette called Stone Cold Fox. It's actually what I have on my eyes today. When I first got this and I first looked at it, I thought J-Star Cremated is what I thought. And when I look at this, I see so much gray, cool tone neutral right here in the middle. But if you look at it carefully, you do have this row of these plummy mauve colors, which is what I'm largely using today. I love it. And then you've got kind of almost going into warmer neutrals over here. This feels like such a beautiful mix of shades, and it doesn't have a pressed glitter. So that's gonna be my number 2. And then my number 1 on my ranking of the Colourpop Mega Palettes, I'm gonna give it to Bare Necessities. This is the last of the mega palettes, and again, here's kind of a close-up look of it. This to me has the deeper, richer colors that I need to just kind of smoke things out for date night, and all of the colors I need for a work look. So I absolutely adore this as a versatile all-around palette. I think if you're doing the mega palettes, if you're only picking up a couple times a year, I say start with Bare Necessities. And then if you want to venture into more of the blues or greens, maybe you pick up a complementary smaller palette to go along with it. But anyway, that's my rankings of my 6, count them 6, of the Mega Colourpop palettes, 30-pan palettes. Check out Colourpop. Sometimes they have them on sale. I think the last time I looked, they had them for 50% off, so definitely worth it to look at it. Until my next video. Bye for now.